Well, the November election is less than a month away, and if you're not registered to vote yet, it's time to get it done. You only have a few days left.
Yeah, we'll tell you about the deadlines in Arkansas and Oklahoma in just a minute. But first, we're getting you ready for the election by reminding you of what you'll be voting on this November. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley joining us to break down those issues and where they stand.
Yeah, so there are 3 issues Arkansans need to know about. 2 of those are the subject of ongoing legal disputes, and we'll have to wait to see the outcome of those to know for sure if our votes will count towards them. But as of right now, all of these have the potential to be on your ballot in November. Issue 1, allowing state lottery proceeds to fund vocational or technical school scholarships for Arkansans. It's the only issue that we know for sure will be voted on in November. If passed, this amendment would allow lottery proceeds to go towards scholarships and grants to Arkansans enrolled in colleges or universities, vocational technical schools, or a technical institute. These schools can be either private or public. Now, issue 2, it's another one that's up in the air right now as the state Supreme Court is considering a lawsuit challenging it. This amendment would require countywide special elections before issuing any casino licenses in Arkansas. The measure would also repeal the Pope County license, which voters originally approved in 2018. If passed, the amendment would be in effect starting November 13th. And again, it's not clear right now if votes will count toward that issue. And lastly, issue 3, the medical marijuana amendment. As we told you about earlier this morning, this amendment is also part of a legal dispute right now, but it looks like it could be heading back to the ballot depending on the outcome. If passed, this amendment would expand Arkansans' access to medical marijuana by allowing more healthcare professionals to prescribe the drugs and expanding the conditions treated by it. It would also allow patients to grow and process small amounts of marijuana at home. Now, as we also talked about this morning, we know that the Supreme Court has told the Secretary of State he needs to go back through those 18,000 extra signatures to get that back on the ballot and verify those. So right now we're waiting on that to see if this will end up on the ballot.
Right, and who knows how long that'll take, right? It could take a few weeks or maybe up until voting time.
Exactly, yeah, and we know that he has until noon on Friday to file a report and say he's going to do that. So until then, we'll have to see what happens.
Wait and see. Thanks so much, Morgan.
Well, early voting starts October 21st, and local election workers are testing out their machines. The Benton County Election Commission spent the last 3 weeks testing their 550 touchscreen devices and 63 ballot boxes. They say that they want to make sure things are ready by casting a ballot for every candidate and every precinct on every piece of equipment. Election coordinator Kim Dennison says that they are prepared for any issue that could arise and says people can feel confident in casting their vote.